Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome to rCraftGaming.com. My name is Sigma Theory, bringing to you the Friday night King of the Hill for the Diamond League players. And what awesome games they've been so far. So, got some pretty awesome games set up right now. Craft, spawning in the bottom left corner as the purple Zerg on GSL Tal'Darim Altar. He is going to be our current King of the Hill. His opponent, none other than UnKool, spawning in the top right corner is the red Protoss. So, here we are. Tal'Darim Altar, UnKool, actually just putting up a pylon. Looks like he's Forge Fast Expanding your first. And this is the GSL version of the map, so it is a little bit different. Your natural expansion is just slightly bigger behind the mineral line. You've got a cliff here, right here at your natural opening. Your main gases have some funny things on them. Third bases do not have the rocks at them, but they do have less minerals at it. And just a single Vespene geyser. So, few different changes. And they do make the game a little bit different. Especially at the Diamond League. I mean, these players are on the verge, you know, of doing exactly what they're supposed to. So there's that. You're also, your natural expansion, or your opening to your natural expansion is just a hair bigger. At the same time. Kind of hold off against, I think you should be able to hold off. I don't think three pylons can wall that off, but I could be wrong. It's like UnKool. Did go for that Forge Fast Expand. Craft is getting a hatchery first. Then going for a pool right after it. There we go. One pylon coming down. Craft does not see this pylon. Third pylon come down. It looks like, yeah, there we go. The wall off isn't quite complete. He's going to cancel all of those. Cut his losses. And just pull right on back. There we are. Now, I think he still could have kept those three up and just tried to do his cannon rush and try to, you know, deny this natural. I think he still could have gotten it, but canceling it is definitely a good idea. Just because he can obviously say, this isn't exactly what I'm used to, so I'm not going to all-out cheese this member, and I'm just going to try to play as normal as possible. But he does get this natural expansion up. Those go for a cannon first into a gateway. Craft right now up one base at this point. Or up one working base. 19 drones to 18 probes. Queens are coming out. A couple Zerglings out on the field right now. Speed is on the way. UnKool's natural expansion just now finally completed, pulling a couple probes over to it. 2 gases. Already out in his main base. And it looks like there we go. Craft splitting up his lings. Scouting things out. Wants to scout the front, possibly this third. Get ready for that. Gonna take these Zelnaga towers as well. There we go, he's gonna push forward. Just gonna see the one cannon, the cybernetics core come down. Pretty standard so far. Roachhorn coming out for Craft. Still just running off the one gas. Taking a look at the unit count. 29 probes, or 28 probes to 29 drones. 3 Zerglings, 5 Overlords, and 2 Queens. Looks like UnKool actually rallying a Zealot out the front. Probably going to start to work away. Take these Zelnaga towers. Has a forward pylon there. At this natural fourth. There you go. He's going to scout this natural expansion. Probe looks like it's going to make it into the main base. Does not scout the Roach Warren or the second gas. But in fact, with his opponent Forge fast expanding, this would be a good time for Craft to actually take an early third. Be a good idea. Excuse me. Zerglings moving up here at the front. 3 cannons already set up at that wall line. Nothing warped in on that pylon yet. I would actually, one of the things I kind of want to see is, say, on a pylon or on a warp prism or both, I would actually like to see a units warped in meter here. That would actually be something really, really neat to see. Back in the Brood War days, you used to see how many supplies a command center used to like hold, and how many there was currently created and things like that. I'd like to see a little meter like that. That would be really neat. Right now, UnKool just getting up a bunch of gateways. Getting himself saturated. Has not taken his 4th gas yet. Third base here for Craft on the way. 34 army units for Craft. 10 for UnKool. Work supply once again leading in Craft. Looks like he's actually taking out a warp gate. Usually it's better to take out a cybernetics core, however he is researching hallucination. Here we go, finally taking on that 4th gas. Sentries take forever to work their way down. Overlord's pushing out across the map. Now he has seen this proxy pylon. Mutalisk just now. Popping out. +1 ranged has finished. And there he goes. Looks like he's going to be ready to put some pressure on. Taking down this proxy pylon with a couple Zerglings. And there he goes, pushing these Mutalisks back in. 2 cannons coming down at this natural expansion. Probes right now just being taken out. A couple probes do get killed. Stalker's right behind it, gonna blink right in, take it out. It's gonna push him right back in. Craft right now taking a 4th base. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Insigma Theory, bringing to you these games here at rCraftGaming.com/stream, if you want to be entirely correct. This King of the Hill happens every Friday night. Starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Signups open at 7, but they go on all night. All you got to do is go over to rCraftGaming.com. On the right side, check out the sign-up sheet. Should be a little link on the right. Opens up all night. We'll try to get to as many games as we possibly can. Currently, right now, we have 37 people signed up, I believe. That 4th base actually getting picked off by UnKool. Looks like he's pushing forward right into it. Craft here with a ton of Zerglings getting a surround on this army. Now UnKool does have charge and blink. Nice blink micro, pulling some of those stalkers back. A lot of the Zerglings actually getting caught up front with the Zealots. Now these Mutas were ready to pick off the Zealots, but there were just too many stalkers there. With some nice blink micro, he was able to pull those stalkers back, keep them alive as long as possible. And for some reason, my computer is just absolutely hating me, and it shouldn't at all. Gonna have to try to figure that out after this game. It should actually even itself out right there. UnKool, inching forward. Some forward pylons. Couple changelings here. Out in this army. Looks like he was trying to select everything at that point. There we go, Baneling's morphing in at the top of the ramp. Zealot's getting caught in the middle of those stalkers a little bit. Couple Mutalisks getting picked off right now. Baneling's finish. Blinking all of his stalkers back, and beautiful control there by UnKool. And he's just going to pull right on back to that Xel'Naga tower, give him as much vision as possible. Craft is going to start working their way through those forward pylons. UnKool warping in some more stalkers. Nice fungal going down. Banelings going right on top of that, but the Zerglings got in the way. The Banelings did not explode on top of those stalkers. Right now, Craft sitting on 3 bases. UnKool as well. UnKool actually taking a 4th at this point. This Overlord here should scout that. It's like Muta's moving out across the field. Gonna try to do some harassment of sort. There they go. Zerglings here to take out this 4th base. Pylons not getting canceled. Canceling the Nexus though. Craft with the macro hatchery inside that 3rd base, getting up a 4th base himself. Once again, taking this one at the bottom. Mutalisks here once again doing some damage, taking out one of those cannons. Killing a few probes. +2 attack is being researched as well as +1 armor. Colossi are coming out with that extended thermal lance on the way. More Zergling run-bys happening here at this 3rd base. A lot of probes actually getting taken out right now. And there he goes, just pulling those Zerglings out, losing a couple in that engagement. This is Craft here, pushing out across the map. 147 for Craft, 108 for UnKool. He's got his army actually split up. He can do a nice flank with those extra Zerglings. Adrenal Glands just now finishing, +3 Carapace, just now finishing as well. Ventral Sacs, Flyer attacks level 3, and Burrow just about to finish. It's like nice split attack here happening. Cannons walling off. Muta's here in that main base. Couple Muta's actually getting picked off at this point. But these Zerglings once again getting free reign in this 3rd base. The entire army is pushing forward once again. So there we go. The Zerglings are finally going to get picked off. Looks like Craft here morphing in some more Banelings in the middle of the map. 156 supply for our Zerg player Craft. 117 for our Protoss UnKool. There we go, he's just trying to clear off the map. Overlord here pooping some creep on this 4th once again. This one just now getting up. Main actually is way oversaturated. I would consider moving pretty much all of those drones right here. Engagement happening in the middle of the map. UnKool pushing out into Craft's army. Couple Banelings going off on top of those Zealots. Taking out quite a few. UnKool with that +2 attack though is dealing a ton of damage. Corruptors just picking off those Colossus. Fungal Growth going down on top of those Stalkers, keeping them from blinking back. But it looks like all of the Roaches and all of the Zerglings were not quite enough. Craft now actually having to pull back with those units. A trade did occur here in the middle of the map. But it looks like UnKool is going to hold that off. And there we are. It's like UnKool pushing out into the middle of the map, holding that off. A nice Baneling bust happening here, or a Baneling drop happening here at this third base, taking out quite a few probes. 56 workers have been killed by Craft, so really, really nice harassment. UnKool is just taking a ton of damage. Right now, Craft here pushing out. Stalker's taking quite a bit of damage. Nice fungal growth going down on top of those Stalkers, keeping them from blinking back. There we go. Craft actually taking out what's left of those Stalkers. UnKool having to pull all the way back home. Looks like he's going to lose a few of them. Let's take a look at the unit counting station right now. 29 Zerglings out on the field. 3 Mutalisks, 8 Corruptors, 4 Infestors, 2 Roaches, and 3 Queens. Against 1 Colossus and 7 Stalkers. It looks like these Mutalisks right now just pretty much have free roam inside this main base. Looks like they're going to pick off a pylon. Actually getting picked off by a few Stalkers. Zergling is going to move here for a counterattack at this third base. Craft right now at 161 supply, 23 minutes into the game. UnKool sitting at 92. Broodlords being morphed into the middle of the map. +1 flyer carapace is on the way, +1 missile attacks, and +3 melee attacks is being researched. +3 armor has already been done. There we go. UnKool looks like he wants to take this fourth again. Trying to get himself back into the game. And this is exactly what he needs to do. He needs to get himself some sort of base advantage up. But it looks like Craft here is getting ready to push out across the middle. UnKool's army is actually entirely out of position right now. He wants to engage in chokes, but right now it looks like he's in the open. Baneling's getting picked off with the Zerglings off to the side. Taking out quite a few of those Colossus and the Stalkers. Fungal growth going down right on top of it. Looks like he's pushing in right to the third. UnKool only has a couple Stalkers to help against this. And there we go. It looks like Craft here is going to push into this third. Infestitarian's getting thrown down right there at that Nexus. Taking down quite a bit. Stalker's just trying to pick off anything they possibly can. UnKool wants to keep himself into this game. If he can win, he'll pull off Craft's win streak, take Heart King of the Hill. But Craft here is just barreling down this third. And UnKool is at a really huge disadvantage. Obviously, this third now cannot be mine. It's being taken down. Probes are being killed left and right. And he doesn't have much of an army to help with it. But he's got a few Archons. He's got a few Stalkers. With proper Blink Micro, he can pick off these Broodlords. Looks like he's going straight for it. Colossi actually at the front of the army, getting picked off. Zerglings running into the main base. UnKool actually blocking that off. Zerglings getting actually taken out. But it's not quite enough. Craft here has a ton of Infestitarians being thrown down inside this main. And GG comes in from UnKool. Craft is going to win another match. Continue to be king of the hill. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so far for joining us here tonight at rCraftGaming.com. My name is Insigma Theory, and I'm happy to bring these games to you. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with some more games just ahead.